Awesome. So welcome to Cooking with Champion. It's our Tuesday night cooking show, and we have so much fun on here, and we're so glad you're here. We have a couple things that we're going to start with. Okay, we've got some great demos for you tonight and some games and just some information. So our first game, and this is for everybody on, okay, you can be a consultant, you can be a guest, you can be a host. This is one of our counterscapes. These are the most amazing things. You can put all kinds of snacks in them. They're so pretty on your counter. This is full of cashews, okay? I'm gonna come around here so you can see it closer, and you can go ahead and try and count them. Can you count the cashews in there? There they are. That's the game tonight. Whoever gets closest without going over to the number of cashews in the counterscape is going to win a gift from Pam and Jim tonight. Pam and Jim are at the beach in Florida for Jim's birthday with their whole family. So, and Jim loves cashews. This is his favorite thing. So that's why we're counting the cashews, and you guys are gonna go from there. So just put your guesses in the chat. We have somebody keeping track to see who can get the closest guess without going over, okay? So I'm gonna set those right there so you can see them, right there. All right, so we are gonna get started right away with some of our cooking demos. And our first one is Loretta Tiber, who's going to introduce herself and tell us all about what she's cooking.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome to our Champion Get Started Cooking with Tupperware, okay? And it's springtime, so we're kind of doing a little spring theme here. And when I heard let's springtime cooking, to me, I thought of asparagus, all right? So I've got a delicious lemony asparagus pasta for you tonight. I'm going to use some major superheroes in your kitchen, all right? I'm going to be using our Chef Series cookware, okay, to make the sauce and saute it all. I already cooked up my pasta. And what I love is I did not have to boil it over my stovetop. And you know, when the weather starts getting warm like this, right? Last thing we want is a boiling pot of stove on our stovetop, okay? I boiled it in the pasta cooker. Now you can use the pasta cooker or you can use our multi-cooker, but I use the pasta cooker tonight. Now I chose gluten-free pasta. I try to eat gluten-free. I don't have to eat gluten-free. I just choose to eat gluten-free. It just makes me feel better. I just notice a difference. So I use a brown rice pasta here, okay? So I dumped that in my pasta maker. I filled it up to the water line and I put salt in here. You do not put any oils or anything like that. And I'm not ready to use it yet. And I want it al dente, and it's absolutely perfect right now. So now when you put this in the microwave, do not put the cover on it. You know, listen, I'm Italian, and the first time I did this, I'm like, I don't know about this, right? And so no cover, because what's gonna happen is the foam's gonna come up and it's gonna go back into your container. It is not gonna overflow. So I don't have to sit there and, you know, blow on it, put a wooden spoon in it, keep stirring it, and worry about it boiling over. I've got the pasta maker, and I can go on doing whatever I need to do, plus the microwave will turn off, all right? In my other microwave, because I'm a dual microwave girl, all right, I have the grill, our Micro Pro grill, and that's another superhero in your kitchen. I'm telling you, you'll use it two or three times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner a day or during the week, okay? So as soon as that's done, I'll pop it out for you. But in there, I grilled my asparagus, all right? There you go. There's my first batch of grilled asparagus. This is our gorgeous, clearly elegant bowl, by the way, which is a host collection that hostesses can get some exclusive pieces in that line if you're a hostess this month, all right? So talk to your consultants about that. So I've got that. All I did was a little bit of oil, and I'm not putting any salt on it until I'm ready to use it, because if I put salt in with the grill when it's cooking, it's actually going to create moisture, and it's going to do more of a steaming. And I wanted more of a roast to my, a grilled effect to my asparagus. Same thing with meats, all right? If you're going to be using the grill and you're going to want like grilled chicken, you don't want to use salt till later, because the salt's going to create moisture and it's going to give you a steamier, more of a poached kind of chicken versus that grilled chicken that you're looking for, okay? All right, so I did 7.5 minutes. Now listen, your grill is gonna get pretty hot, almost 500 degrees, so make sure you're staying away from the metal. Yep, this is metal, guys, okay? And you can put this in your microwave. Tupperware is always innovative in creating new products for us. that uses something you already have. So you don't need another gadget, okay? So what they use is your microwave, all right? Most people use their microwave to reheat something or pop some popcorn. You can cook in your microwave, all right? And what I love about the grill is it doesn't use microwaves. And look at this. Can you guys hear the sizzle? Probably not, but anyway, I can hear it. And it's got that beautiful grilled look to it. I don't know if you can see that, okay? What happens is there are special plates. It's got a silicone wrap on it, okay? And these plates, there's one on the top and there's one on the bottom here, heat up to almost 500 degrees in about a minute, okay? So I like to preheat it if I'm gonna actually grill, okay? And then you can put it in grill position like I did, because I wanted the top and bottom to grill. If I'm doing more of a casserole, like a potato casserole, I'm gonna put it in casserole position so the cover's not actually touching my food. You wanna make some paninis? Oh, Sunday night is panini night at my house. We'll do slices of bread, we'll do cheese, we'll do turkey, we'll do sliced tomatoes, some avocado, some Dijon mustard, or we'll do oil and balsamic vinegar. We'll make our own homemade paninis. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. All right, I can get 2 sandwiches out every 2 minutes, okay? I can't make them fast enough. All right, so we're gonna save our asparagus for a little bit later. Set it right there. Okay. So in the meantime, pasta's done, asparagus done. Now I'm gonna make my sauce. So I've got my beautiful, I think it's a 6-quart sauteuse pan. All right. Piece of Chef's Furious cookware. Yes, it's Tupperware. Yes, it's Lifetime. Yes, you need to put it in your will. Okay. It never leaves my countertop unless, well, every once in a while I gotta put it away. Okay. Stay cool handles. So I can grab it here and I can grab it here. Those handles are cool. Okay. There is riveted handles. If you ever get a pan, oh, before I tell you all about it, let me just get this started so you get it going. All right. I'm using my tilt and stir. I'm going to swirl in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And no, I'm not using a measuring spoon. Okay. We do have them. They're really awesome. All right. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to wait till that gets warm. Give it about 30 seconds for that oil to get nice and hot. Guys, it's already nice and warm. I'm going to slice in there 2 garlic cloves. All right. I already peeled them. And all I did is I don't have a fancy peeler. I take my garlic, room temperature. I take my chef's series, I'm sorry, my universal chef's knife right here. I pinch the blades. That's how you hold the knife. That's how you control it. And I smash it. All right. And it will automatically peel and it'll release. This is all the wonderful health benefits of your garlic. Now, this is our Speedy Mando. It cuts on both sides and I can go right over my, whatever I'm doing, right into my pan or right into my bowl. All right, so there I got my slice of garlic. And yeah, where do I put it afterwards? Wherever you want. Roll that around. Now I'm gonna add a small onion and I'm going to use our chop and prep. All right, this little guy right here, okay? You've gotta have this in your kitchen. You will use this 3 or 4 times a day, just like your grill, okay? I'm serious. You think I'm joking, I'm not. Okay, turn on the heat here. All right, it's actually part of our premium system. So here you have your Power Chef that you can go from making salsas to hummus to smoothies. It's got blades in there. You can do dressings and homemade mayonnaise in here. So that's your Power Chef, okay? And tonight I'm just using the smaller chop and prep for my onion, all right? Every time I pull that handle, that's worth 100 chops by hand. Now you are more than welcome to take a chef's knife and chop 100 times. That's totally up to you. But I prefer a couple pulls and I'm done. All right. I got our beautiful new heat-resistant spatula. Okay. I'm just going to swirl this around. You know what? If you want to add more onion, you can. If you want to add less onion, it's totally up to you. But it is all chopped up. And let me give you a little secret. I cut this onion up earlier and I'm not crying because you got to stay away from this, the root of the onion. This is what most people do. They go right for the root and they slice right through it. And then they start crying because it releases all those wonderful, yeah, you know what it releases. Okay, so stay away from the root. So I'm just gonna use a half an onion because it's a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'm gonna wait till these get a little, I just want this softened. Okay, I just want these softened and sauteed, like turning a little translucent will be perfect. Okay, get that going. So while that's going on here, I'll just share with you that I started Tupperware 26 years ago. And if you would have asked me to sell something or to do a demo like this or to talk in front of people, I would have said no way. Absolutely not. I took zeros in school because I would not get in front of a classroom and say whatever I needed to say, whatever, you know. Yeah, don't tell my kids. Oh, they know. Anyway. All right, so this is looking good. So what happened was I was at a Tupperware party and I was 8 months pregnant. Yeah, if you've ever been pregnant, you just don't think clearly. You don't just, I don't know, your hormones are, I was crying at a football game. I was laughing at something that was sad. It was just all messed up. Anyway, this woman was talking about, how she was, had gone to college. She had a biology degree. She was a teacher. She had quit her full-time job and was doing Tupperware. Well, I also have a college degree. I'm an engineer. I graduated from Cleveland State. I had an amazing job. I ran the department. I was an engineer. And I drove downtown Cleveland. I always say I did the triangle thing. I drove from the east side to the west side to take my daughter to my mom's house, then downtown Cleveland, then go back. So I just did this triangle thing. I'm gone 60, 70, sometimes 80 hours because I'm salary. I'm getting paid, when the project's done. Anyway, long story short, here I am. I quit that. And I decided to try Tupperware. Actually, my husband said yes. I said no. But anyway, here I am. Okay. So these are beautiful right now. So now I'm going to add my liquid. I added lemon zest, which, oh my goodness, that is a secret ingredient. You want to add a little pop, a little kick to your recipes, guys, to your salsas, to your guacamole. You zest that lime before. And Tupperware has a perfect tool for you. It's called our Zest and Press. So right here, you have the zester part. This is your press. Okay, so I already zested my lemon, okay, the whole lemon. And now I'm going to, I want the juice of a whole lemon, all right? I'm gonna put that down inside of here. Guys, a little tip for you is if you wanna get the most juice out of your lemon, you are going to, check this out, it totally inverted it, okay, totally inverted it. If you want the most juice out of your lemon, you're going to leave it out on your countertop. All right, so in the morning, take it out of your fridge, put it on your countertop. You're gonna get more juice out of it. If you forget to do that, oh gee, run out of room. It's in here. If you forget to do that, you just, you can pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds, okay? But I'm telling you, you'll get so much more juice out of it. And it totally inverts the lemon, okay? And all my seeds are in my press and not in my food. And every once in a while, I get a little bit lazy. I don't know about you guys. I'm like, I don't feel like grabbing that zester. And, it's in the other drawer. And, that would be an extra step I have to take, even though I'm, I'm counting my steps with my Fitbit over here. All right. Now I'm going to turn it up. And I want to get this to a boil. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Does that happen to you? I'm going to get this to a nice boil. When this gets to a boil, it'll take about 5 minutes. Okay, get that to a boil. When it gets to a boil, I'm gonna let it simmer. After it simmers, so what I added to this, so you know, is I did the 2 garlic cloves. I did a little, a medium onion, so I didn't put the whole thing in there. So a small onion's great. Okay. So the liquids are a 1/2 cup of heavy cream, a cup of dry white wine. A Sauvignon is really good. Sauvignon Blanc. Okay. 1 lemon, the whole zest of a lemon and the juice of a lemon. All right, so those were my liquids. And I want to get this to a nice boil. So once it starts boiling, okay, I will then add the Parmesan. Now I'm going to use my beautiful dry counterscapes. They are a beautiful accessory that goes along with our Clearly Elegant collection, okay? These bowls are clear, they're not glass. It's actually Tupperware. I could bounce it if I really wanted to, okay? I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese, which I love storing in my dry counterscapes. I'm going to add some black pepper and some chopped up parsley. Now, I love the dry counterscapes because when you're cooking, you really don't want to use the Tupperware salt and pepper shakers. This is what people do. They use their salt and pepper shakers and they're doing it over their hot, steamy stove, over the pot there. And what happens is humidity will then get into your salt and pepper and get it clumpy. All right. So if you don't do that, look at airtight seals, they won't get clumpy. Okay. So what I love about the dry counterscapes, it has that little teaspoon right in the cover, right in here. So I don't have to run around looking for that. Okay. All right. Ooh, this is starting to boil. So now I'm going to add freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And yes, guys, I'm serious. I use my master system, all right? This is a whole system that you can add attachments. We have graters, we have shredders, we have a spiralizer, we have a meat grinder, So once you have that base, right, it's all about that base. I know, you can laugh if you want to. It's really okay. Where was that? How much do I need? I need a half cup. Guys, our measuring cups have extra measurements, and they have been recognized in all kinds of magazines for being extreme, great design and very accurate measurements. Okay, I'm using for dryer liquid. So I'm going to use a half cup of grated cheese. What I like to do is that's a half cup. Can you see that? Make sure you go over the top. Just saying. And I'm going to swirl that in. I buy blocks of cheese, and then I use our Tupperware freezer containers, and I will freeze my cheese. Now, you can do your own research. You can read the labels of pre-shredded cheese. It is filled with fillers, preservatives, anti-caking agents, whatever. And we know what fillers are? Fillers. They do absolutely nothing. They don't keep it from sticking together. They don't add any flavor. It is a filler so they can fill your bag so it looks full, okay? And it doesn't melt. You know why? It is sawdust. It truly is sawdust. It's called cellulose. You can look it up, all right? I'm also gonna add a little bit of ground pepper. Here it is, all right? I can't wait till we have smell-o-vision because this is smelling good. And I made my husband wait till I was done with this to have dinner tonight. So he is waiting. And he's in the other room. I added a little pink salt. I like to use pink salt, a little bit healthier for you. Just keeps your blood pressure in check instead of using that white table salt, okay? All right, a lot more minerals in there too. This is looking good, looking good. So the reason I didn't dump out and drain my pasta was I want to keep that pasta water, okay, because I don't know how this is going to turn out. If I want it a little bit more thicker, if I wanted it less thicker, I want to add a little bit of moisture to it, I can use the water from the pasta. So never throw away your pasta water until you're ready, okay? So this is actually going to simmer for another 5 minutes. I'm going to chop up some parsley to add on the top, and then we're going to add the pasta in that. So Jenny, if we want to go to someone else, and we can come back to me, and I'll show you the finished product when I'm done.
Okay, that sounds great. And I wish we had smell-o-vision too, because it looks awesome. Steve, I'm jealous. I just want you to know that. So we are going to go straight to Lori and Duane Morris, and they are going to do something with shrimp and chicken orzo paola. And all I said about that today was they could have said something I knew how to pronounce for real. But I'm excited to see it because I love shrimp and I love chicken. So Lori and Duane, go.
So hi everybody, I'm Lori and this is Duane. So as I was watching Loretta, I realized that a lot of the products that I'm using tonight, she used. So I don't have to take the time to explain how to use it, but it just reinforces the fact of how much we use these products in our kitchen. And everything that I'm using right now and that Duane's using, we really use every day, okay? So I have our piece of cookware here. This is my absolute favorite piece, and I use it, right? I have 2 of these. This is the sawtooth pan, all right? This is the 4.3 quart. I love it. Loretta touched on it, riveted handles, easy open, glass tempered top. I have 2 of these, and then I have a 7 quart, and I use them all the time. I should just like leave them out. I use them all the time. Our cookware is amazing. If you don't have any, you need to get some into your kitchen. It is cookware that works on all 3 types of cooking surface, all 4 types of cooking surfaces, electric, gas, induction, and ceramic. Normally you need different cookware to work on that on that cook surface. So we are making chicken and shrimp orzo paella. So Duane is going to very quickly show you the chopper, our chop and prep, and our power chef. He's going to do some onion and red pepper. And I already have some in the pan because I wanted to kind of get a jump start on it. So he's going to show you really quickly how it chops.
Okay. So all I do is take off the top. We actually about maybe a quarter of an onion or half the onion. Go ahead and throw those in there. It's nice you don't have to cut it up too many times before you put it in here. And depending on how chunky you want your produce, is how many times you want to pull it. I'm gonna pull it a couple times. Just pulled it 4 times. It's already cut up pretty good there.
I need a little more.
You need a little more chop.
Yeah.
Okay. Not
So-
a problem. I can do that.
So this is great for your kids to do. They love to pull the string, and pulling it one time is like beating it 100 times.
It's like pulling the cord on your lawnmower.
Right, and you know about that.
Oh yeah.
He cuts the grass.
There you go. Look at that.
It's awesome.
Quick and easy.
All right, so here we're using our heat resistant orange spatula. So go ahead with that. That is a new spatula that we have in our line. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the chop and prep, which Loretta was doing onions with, I did some parsley with. So the parsley is going to be a garnish on this. Thank you.
This is really good. I like this because if you're making a lot of times I'll make salads. It's just usually just for Lori and I. The 13-year-old isn't much into salads, so so if we want to put a little bit of onion on there or something, some kind of small amount of onions or black olives, you can throw it in here, chop it up, and put it on top of your salad or what have you.
And the Power Chef and the chop and prep right now is on special in April. Normally they are $95, I think. They're on sale for $69 this month. So you're gonna see this throughout all of the cooking demos. So grab both of them for $69. Loretta showed how she likes to do garlic. I sometimes do garlic that way, but we have a really great garlic press. Oh, thank you. And I love this garlic press because it opens up from the top like this, so you can get the skin off. So all I did was peel it, and I'm gonna put some garlic in. So if I was doing this recipe, which I did earlier, in order, it's just some extra virgin olive oil, thank you, and put the garlic in. I love garlic, so I did like 3 cloves. See, here's the skin, peels right off. No fuss or muss to try to clean it. And then you do some onion and the garlic, and then you do whatever vegetable. You could do green pepper. I don't do green pepper because it gives me heartburn. So I do yellow or orange, okay? And it also calls for chicken thighs. You can use skinless, boneless breasts, which is easier. I had some chicken thighs, so I defrosted them today, and I just cut all the meat away from the bone, okay? So I'm going to put some paprika on the chicken, okay? I keep mine in our spice shakers, which is 1 cup. All right, some oregano is gonna flavor the chicken. Now, when you see the recipe posted, you're gonna say, well, she didn't do it exactly like the recipe. I never do, but you're more than welcome to do that. This is sea salt, okay? So I like to put the chicken and the vegetables and the onion and the garlic all together and then let it, meld together with flavor, okay? They want you to do the chicken, take the chicken out. A lot of recipes do that. We're not doing that. Okay, Counterscape, this is my olive oil. So I keep this on the far side over there. Okay, all right. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add orzo. All right, so paella is Spanish rice, okay, white rice. This calls for orzo. So you're gonna do 1.5 cups of orzo, all right? And you mix it around. It's got a little bit of moisture already from your olive oil, okay? So just like as if you've ever made, what's the rice dish that I like to make? That your dad used to like. It takes forever to make it. You have to cook it slow. Vegetables.
Sorry.
I can't believe you don't know. Risotto. Thank you. Risotto. It takes like 40 minutes to make risotto because you add liquid slowly and you let the starch come out of the rice. Kind of the same thing with the orzo. So you put the orzo in and you mix it up and it picks up some of the moisture, okay? And then you add 2 cups of chicken broth. Okay. And no, not you. Well, I'm gonna turn it off. No, it's okay. You don't have to continually stir it. And you bring it up to a boil. So I made some. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. You bring it up to a boil and you let it cook about, it said 7 to 9 minutes, but I think it takes a little bit longer, until the liquid starts to absorb and your orzo gets to be tender. Yes. So you also add plum tomatoes. I think you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna just dice up some plum tomatoes, and as it cooks, it's gonna give you that like red rice look in there. So so while I'm doing that, Duane can tell you quickly, because we're on a time, how we started Tupperware. We've been in Tupperware 6 years now. And tell them who started Tupperware.
Well, it kind of started with Lori and her sister. Her sister found a piece of Tupperware at her house, and they were kind of talking about mom's Tupperware. And so Lori got the idea of going on, I don't know if it was, did you Google it
Facebook.
or Facebook, and just asked if, who's out there with, sells Tupperware, or what we can do. And then that's how we met up with Ellen Lewis. So Ellen Lewis asked if she wanted to do a Tupperware party. And so Lori invited all her friends, and with the friends came the kids. And then in the background, I'd always listen.
And I did that for 2 years. I had Tupperware parties for 2 years, because how fun is Tupperware? When you're a host, you get free, right? So
when I was listening to everybody, Ellen talk about the business, and Ellen would ask, Lori, well, what do you think? And she'd be like, well, we got two incomes, and it's not, we don't need it right now. Well, that time came where I ended up losing my job. I got laid off, and looking for a job, and I found one, and it wasn't the right fit. And Lori said, okay, what's next? And I came home and I said, well, how about Tupperware? And then she looked at me, thought I went to the bar or something like that. But no, it was my idea, because I thought it was a great fit. I could go do parties, make some money at night, and then during the day I can go to fill out applications and go to interviews, because you do the interviews during the day, you can't do it at night. But the parties are happening at night, and I can bring home money to help out the family.
So that's what we did. So we started our business, and we were doing all in-home parties before COVID hit a year ago. Now we do all virtual, and now we like virtual because we come to you from our kitchen. But we'll get back into home parties. But we work our business together. We've built a really great team, and now we've built an organization. And we've gone to Disney with our family. I qualified for the company car. So there's just so many perks. But the friendships and helping people find the solutions for their kitchen is amazing. So that's where we come from. And we just love to cook at home. I don't know about you guys, but we love to cook at home. All right, so here, you want to stir that?
Last year.
Yeah, so now we're going to add shrimp. Now I just cut this in half, okay? You add the shrimp, and Loretta already showed you the juicer, the zester. I love this thing. I'm going to juice the lemon right over, okay? And I'm going to get the rest of it. So it totally inverts it, which I totally love. Look at that. And you can add some lemon zest. Here's the zester, and you put it in, zest away. Okay, so that's going to cook. Now, I want to show you one other thing. Okay, we'll let that cook. I want to show you one other thing that's on sale, which I always use. Okay, this, don't laugh at how many utensils I have in here. Duane makes fun of me. I use all of them, all of my spatulas. Yes, look at all my spatulas. Because you need more than one spatula. You do. These are my favorite. So this is our utensil keeper. I keep it right here. And this is on sale right now. Not with the big, beautiful bouquet that you see here, but it does come with five pieces. We lost your sound. I don't know. I'm sorry. 5 pieces. It retails for $75 and you pay only $55 for it. Okay. So that is our utensil holder. But yes, he says I have a lot of spatulas. I do too. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I'm not getting got good internet going on today. So, oh, good. Someone else said they have that many too. But this is my new one. So let me show you by the magic of television. I made a dish for you so you can see it. Oh, and then you wilt spinach on the top too before you take it out. Look at that. Isn't that great? So yeah, Duane's ready to eat this, and I'm gonna finish cooking this. But before, because maybe got a little less than 10 minutes to go, just take some spinach. Can you grab that spinach over there? Yeah, no spinach. Oh, you can garnish with parsley. You keep your fridge smarts full of spinach, lasts forever. So take a couple handfuls of spinach. I said about 1.5 cups, just put it in and it will wilt down. And this is it. So this is a really light thing. And then you can garnish. And then you can garnish with the parsley. You hear the dog ringing the bell. Every time we're on a live, this is the parsley. My dog will either bark or ring the bell. She could be sound asleep. Oh, you want some garnish? Let me get that for you. There you go. How fancy that is. It's so fancy. All right. So that is the recipe. It will be posted. And it's super simple and super easy, and you guys will love it. So please don't be afraid to try it. You just put it all in the pan, and it's good to go. All right. Thanks, guys. Back to you, Jenny.
Morning, Duane. That looks amazing. And like I said, yeah, I'm not sure exactly which house I want to go to right now to eat. And the sad thing is I'm not going to either one, but I am doing some meal planning for the rest of the week. Looks amazing.
I'll make it for you, Jenny. You'll even like the spinach.
I will. And they know I don't do green a lot, but it's okay. Okay, so we still have some more demos for you, which are so much fun. Angela Rolla is going to do some ramp butter for us. And she loves to cook from stuff that's outside and just show us how to make these kind of things from the farm to table. So Angela, what exactly is ramp butter?
Hi, Jenny. Okay, so here in our home and in my life, we are very outdoorsy. We love harvesting things from the woods and very country style family. And springtime comes and I'm like, yay, there's so many different things popping up in the woods. Ramps are going on right now. They're starting to come up. They're young still, but they're starting to come up. We just went and looked for some morel mushrooms yesterday. They're not up yet, but don't forget to tune in to our next champion cooking event, because I'm pretty sure I'll probably have some morel mushrooms to show and share with you next time. But ramps are pretty much kind of like a cross between an onion and a garlic. If you could take the two and combine them together, that's what a ramp kind of tastes like. They're absolutely delicious. A lot of people from the South, down in the southern states, or like West Virginia, Southern Ohio, a lot of people really look forward to ramp season. There's actually ramp festivals that they have, and you can go and pay to get in to get a dinner, and they cook up ramps and you get to go eat them. So here right now, currently in the woods, this is what they look like. They are just real small and they're all white, and it goes up into a green flat leaf. I don't know if you guys can see it real good or not, but it's a flat leaf just like this, and they grow in clumps out in the woods. So if you're driving down a country road and you look up on a hillside and you see these big round clumps of green leafy looking things, chances are those clusters are ramps. So these are a delicacy. Everybody loves them. Sometimes you live in an area where they're very plentiful, and then sometimes you could be in an area where you look and look and look forever and you just can't find any. So if you're lucky enough to have some to go dig up, that is a really fun thing. You want to make sure that you don't grab the entire, don't dig up the whole cluster. You want to take like a little section off of it, kind of like if you're a gardener and you know anything about transplanting hostas or things like that. You want to just break them up into clumps. You only want to take a clump because then you'll still have them there next year and it doesn't completely wipe out all of them. So these are our Tupperware Fridge Smarts, and there's a little onion picture right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but when you harvest your or forage for your ramps, you can put them inside of here and it keeps it super fresh for super long, and you can have them for quite a while to keep continuously using those. So I cleaned them up. These are the ones that are a little bit dirty. In our Fridge Smarts, it's always better to store them naked and dirty. So I pulled them out of the ground, I shook them off, and so that's what they look like. They still have all the roots on them. They're kind of dried up now because I picked them a little while ago. But just like that, that's exactly how you want to store them in your Fridge Smarts. Now, this is a system that I have in my refrigerator that keeps my produce fresher longer. There are 3 different settings on here. We have all the way closed, all the way open, and half open and half closed. Now, the cool thing about the Fridge Smarts is you don't have to remember exactly what vegetable goes on what vent, because it's right here inside of the plastic and it's never going to scratch off. These are all dishwasher safe, so they go inside of the dishwasher when you're done using them before you get to the store to put something back in there. These are very nice. This is a refrigerator organization and saves you a ton of money, because when you bring those strawberries home, when they're on sale and they're buy one get one half off, instead of buy one get one throw it away, you can have them nice and fresh. 10 days later you can pull out your strawberries and cut it up and it's just as crunchy as when you brought it home. And very delicate things like ramps and morel mushrooms. These are a lifesaver because they keep those things fresher for a lot longer, especially morels, because they're pretty pricey if you buy them from the store and don't find them in the woods. So we're going to go ahead and make ramp butter today. And this is something that's really nice that you can make right now while the ramps are plentiful. And then you can enjoy that ramp butter all year long. So if you do have an abundance of them and you make this and you're like, wow, this is so good, I highly recommend making a bunch, and I'll show you how I store it in the freezer. But store a bunch of this, because this coming fall and winter, it's going to be so fun at Thanksgiving to pull out some ramp butter and put it over top of your turkey, or baste your turkey with it. Or, in the winter time when you're getting bored with your cooking, you're like, you know what, I have ramp butter in the freezer. Oh my gosh. And pull it out, and it's so fun and fresh. So I went ahead and cleaned these up. These are the ones that I cleaned. And then they still have the roots down here on the bottom. All I did was I used our kitchen shears. These are a lifesaver with a lot of things, with gardening in the kitchen. If you have little ones, did you know that you can cut up pizza with scissors? I have 3 kids and I never knew that until later on. I wish I would have known that with the first 2 kids. And your pancakes and all those things for the kids, you need these. If you're a grandma or if you're a mama, you need these in the kitchen because it's so fun to cut up their food. But I use these, I just went ahead and cut off the bottom just like this. Snip, all done. And then it's ready to eat. Yes, you can eat all of the green too. So I am going to go ahead and use our Power Chef system. Now, our Power Chef system is on sale right now for $69. It's normally $99, I believe, for the entire system, but it is on sale for $69. Or this is also in our kits, our Tupperware kits. So that's definitely the best deal of all, because you get a whole series of things for a really great discount. So it gives you tools in your kitchen to start your own business and be able to share your fun recipes in your kitchen too. So we're going to go ahead and use this. It comes with a 3-blade chopper, and they're a little bit curved, as you can see, super, super sharp. You want to make sure that you put the blade guard back on it that it comes with when you're all done using it, because they're extremely sharp. Don't put them down into the dishwater. Because you can put your hand in there and cut your finger, forget that it's in there. So it comes with a 3-blade chopper. It does come with a whipper. The whipper is great for making scrambled eggs, your homemade salad dressings, your homemade mayonnaise. Let's see what else, meringues, homemade Cool Whip, all kinds of things like that. So it comes with that little whipper. And then it also has a liquid tight, airtight seal. So if you do make that homemade Cool Whip and you have leftovers, which we never do here because I always eat it all, but you can put it, you can put that liquid tight, airtight seal just right over top of it, and it goes right in the refrigerator, and you can save that for later. It does come with a top that twists on, and it comes with a little funnel. So if you are making that homemade mayonnaise, you can put this on top. You put your egg whites in the bottom, and as you add the oil, you can slowly pull this and stir as that oil is dripping down in there, and it emulsifies and makes your own homemade mayonnaise. Fresh is always best. So whenever you can make your own homemade everything, that's always the healthiest and best way to eat, and best way to feed your kids and to show them how to cook, because they are the future of recipes, right? So we're going to put our ramps in here. Now I'm seriously just going to put all of them in here, and I'm going to shove it down in there. And I'm going to put the top on, and it goes on just like this, and you just give it a twist. I'm going to move my cutting board out of the way here. And it does have a ring on the bottom. This is a grip ring, so it goes on the counter, so it's not sliding all over the place while you're using it. And check this out. Are you ready? All you have to do is pull the cord. Short, fast pull. And look at that. If you can see how beautiful chopped up that is, it's amazing. So now early in the year, these ramps are a lot milder. So if you are like that really hot, spicy garlic onion taste, you may want to wait just a little bit until these have a little bit of red, because right now they're all white. This is super mild tasting. Okay, so when they get a little bit bigger, they're going to get a little bit fatter here on the bottom, and then as they go up, you're going to have a little bit of a red color in there, and those are going to be a little bit stronger. And throughout the year, as they continue to grow, they are going to get a lot spicier. So if you like mild and you want to taste them, go pick them now, because that will be the most mild tasting for you. And then, so there's our ramps, and I chopped those up, and now all you have to do is add your butter. And I just put the whole sticks right inside of there. This Power Chef system is amazing. I use it all the time. You can make your homemade fresh salsa. You can make your ham salad, your egg salad. You can chop up your chicken. How many of you love getting 2 forks out when that pork is all done or your chicken's all done and shredding it up? Does anybody like shredding it up with the 2 forks. Yeah, me neither. So you can go ahead and put your 2 chicken breasts right down inside of here after they're all cooked. And you can give that cord 2 pulls and it shreds the chicken, and you can add your barbecue sauce. No more shredding it apart with the 2 forks. This does it for you. How fun is that? So we're gonna put this on here, and it depends on how green and how flavorful you want your butter on how many sticks you're gonna put in there. I put 3, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a pull. And it just mixes it up in there. And then I'll show you. It's just like your electric heater. When you just pull the cord. Okay. So here is our beautiful ramp butter. And yes, I love my Tupperware utensils too. And I have more than you, Lori. I'll show you guys sometime. But here is our beautiful ramp butter. And I'll show you guys if you can see the beautiful color. See that? Yummy. And it smells so good. This is great for like a garlic bread. If you're baking baked potatoes, if you cook potatoes in the pan, fried taters, those are good. But another really cool thing is when you're grilling this summer, you can take these, or you can take this butter and put it right over top of your steak on the grill, right over top of your chicken breasts on the grill, and in your vegetable packets, if you're grilling vegetables. There's so many different things. Your shrimp. Oh my goodness. Cook some shrimp in a pan with a little bit of this ramp butter. It's absolutely unbelievable. So I'm going to show you how I preserve it. So we have, let me pull this out of the way. We have our silicone mats. Now this is like a reusable piece of parchment paper. I use it for a cookie sheet. It is flexible. So if you have, you're thinking, oh, where am I going to put it? Look at this. You can literally crumple it up. I don't recommend that. I mean, like roll it up and maybe fold it, but it goes anywhere in your cupboard. So these are really easy to store. And it's very soft and smooth and reusable. And I just put it right on top of my cookie sheet here. And I will take, now there's different sizes of these, but the little cookie scoops, and you can take it just like that and put it right on there, just like that. And then you can fill them all on there. And then you're going to put this tray in the freezer just for a little bit. And then you can pull them out and you can put them in your freezer container. Or if you don't want to wait, or you don't have room in your freezer to put a big tray like this, you could do it right inside of our freezer system. This is one of our freezer mates. And this is the organization system that I have in my freezer. So all of my things usually go into here, but I use actual parchment paper on here. And I'm going to show you, these are a little bit bigger. This is some garlic herb butter that I made, but this is right in the freezer, and I can go in and pull out one chunk of butter. And if we're grilling a big steak or just a smaller steak or a piece of chicken, I can actually cut this in half and use half of it, but just let it melt right on top of that steak, right on top of that chicken, whatever it is that you're making as it's cooking. So you can freeze individual little balls of butter inside of here, or you can roll it in one big log and keep it in the refrigerator and just cut a hunk off and use it as you go and have it in the refrigerator. So that is how you make ramp butter. Super simple and easy. 2 ingredients, ramps and room temperature butter. And our amazing Tupperware products makes it so easy for us to use and prep and preserve. And that's it.
That is so, it looks like so much fun, and it would be so easy to do. Give the kids something to do. Go out and find the ramps. The other thing you could do is freeze those in our ice cube trays. I think that would be fun. Then you could just pop out the little squares one at a time. Okay, so now we are having Rachelle Jones, who is going to show us how to cook wings in the Stat Cooker. This is Rachelle's Tupperware cooking night debut, and I'm so excited to see her. I saw one of her demos last week, and it was awesome. So,
Well, again, my name is Rachelle Jones. I am a manager with Tupperware, and I'm with the PC Champs, one of Pam's Cliff's personal team. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be here tonight. I'm going to make barbecue chicken wings in a Stat Cooker. This is the Stat Cooker. Now, in the catalog is a different color, so we have a new pretty color. I'll show you guys that at the end. But this is one of my favorites. My favorite is the pressure cooker, but the Stat Cooker is my second. The Stat Cooker comes with let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. And it's the lid, which we can convert into a dessert top, another casserole where you maybe can do some type of dessert or something of that nature. So that's the lid. Then we have a cone. I'm gonna show you what to do with that in a second. And then we have our colander. So we're here where, let's see if we can see it, where you can actually use this for your meats, vegetables. And then we have another casserole pan. This is your, I want to say this is the 1/3 fourth casserole pan. And then this is the 3 quarts. The 3 quarts with the cone, so something special, turns into a bun pan. So you actually can make a bun cake. So that's actually good. And when you do have leftovers, you have 2 of these. I don't know where my other one is. I need to find it, but you get 2 of these, and it actually is a cover where you can put it in the refrigerator when you need to, but you got to make sure you cool it off first. So today I'm going to actually use the 3 quarts pan and the colander and the lid. So I won't be using these items. This is what I'll be using. Let me run and get the chicken. Sorry about that. Kept it in the refrigerator. I got 6 chicken wings. You know, just chicken wings, a little small pack of chicken wings, because actually I work from home. And when I work from home during the day, with my full-time job, I actually am home. I need to make myself something, a lunch, snack, something. So, you know, you got to find something real quick because you only have like a half an hour to an hour for lunch. And this would just take 20 minutes. So what I did was I got some chicken wings. I already cleaned them. What I'm gonna do next is season. So you want to season. In the recipe, I use 1 tablespoon because I usually don't measure. So this time I measured a little bit. So I'm using a tablespoon of seasoning salt, and you just sprinkle it on. I'm using a tablespoon of pepper. Again, just sprinkling it on. And a tablespoon of garlic powder. Again, just sprinkling it on. See, just put it in, okay? And you know, you get to use your hands. Still, you get to use your hands in the kitchen. So go ahead and just mix it up. Season the meat real good, as you can see. And I'm using one of our impression bowls. Now, you guys haven't seen this color because I think this is one of my mother's old Tupperware bowls that they've been handed down. So I just keep them. So, and it's all done, pretty much. That's it. Just mix it up real well. And then what you do with the Stat Cooker, I suggest that you have to put some water in the bottom because you want to protect the bottom coating of your your casserole pan. So I'm putting in 2/3 cup of water at the bottom, okay? And then I'm putting a colander on top, and then just lay them in. Simple and easy. See, fits in nice and perfect. Let me rinse my hands. All righty. And what I do next is put it in the microwave. I'm gonna put it in for 18 minutes. After that 18 minutes, what I'm going to do is make the barbecue sauce with, so I'm gonna cover it up with barbecue sauce just to bake it on there a little bit. So what I'm gonna use is one of our micro pitchers, the 1 cup. And I actually have a half a cup of barbecue sauce and just pour it in. And speak, sir. And then this is a 1/4 cup of hot sauce. I like hot. Put that in. And then just a tablespoon of water. And using our Tupperware whisk, I just mix it up real good. And after the 18 minutes of cooking in the microwave, you don't have to flip it. You don't have to turn it over. You don't have to do anything. Just after the 18 minutes, you're going to pour the barbecue sauce over top and put it in the microwave again for at least 2 more minutes just to bake it on. And again, I love my chicken wings. And when I did it, I said, oh, this is awesome. So to show you what it looks like when it's all done, because you guys, you see, I got 2. I sent this to college with my daughter. She's a college student. And I said, you need to cook. I know you're going to need to eat and everything. So I said, you know what, this is the best thing because she likes tacos. I swear, I think she used this more than anything that I didn't send her with. I sent her with the grill. I sent her, oh no, I'm going to take that back. She liked the breakfast maker. So as a college student, I sent her with Tupperware. So she was in her room, her dorm room, cooking, making the whole room smell good. So I was proud of that. So she made tacos. I think she even spaghetti. So yep, I showed her how to get the pasta maker and make spaghetti. So when I sent this off to her in college, that was a good idea. So you guys ready? Finished product.
Rachelle, that looks amazing.
And then just with the water at the bottom, see, it just so you protect it. So you don't have to worry about, the barbecue sauce sticking or messing up your pan. That's it.
That's awesome. That's such a quick way to make, quick and easy to make something for the kids, or like she said, for yourself for lunch. That's always a good idea. So Rachelle, thank you so much. That looks good. And everybody needs 2 stack cookers in their kitchen. Everybody needs 2. But tell your daughter, thanks for bringing it back. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
yep.
Yeah. Okay. We have one more cooking demo, and then we're going to get some gifts away and just do a couple other things. So right now we're going to have dessert because we've had all this good food, and Jared is going to show us a really easy Tupperized way to make those meringue cookies.
Hey everybody, by the way, everyone's all like, look at my utensil, look at my utensil. I'm old school. I guess I have the new ones too, but I'm old school. You gotta love, this makes me happy. I know everyone's talking about how they got started in Tupperware. Literally, my wife said, make Tupperware videos, and that's what I'm doing. She does all the Tupperware work. I just show up on camera and make food and then eat it. So that's it. And they said, Jared, you're doing a Tupperware demo tonight. And I'm like, I am? What am I making? And they go, what are you making? And I said, you know what? I'm going to make something that I've been making since I was a kid. And that would, every time I was home alone, I would make meringue cookies. I would spend so much time doing it. And I love meringue. And if you don't know about meringue is a very fun and delicate process. And a couple things can make your meringue so easy. The first thing is everything has to be bone dry. Everything has to be room temperature, including the eggs. Now, when I separate eggs, I'm a terrible egg separator, but you know what I have? I have a Tupperware egg separator, which is great. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take my Tupperware egg separator, and I'm actually going to use my modular mates as a base so you can see me doing this stuff. I never show people having me separate eggs. Now, if you're ever going to separate eggs, a couple things you should know: always separate them one at a time. And what I mean by that is make sure that every egg is perfect before you put it in the bowl, because even a little itty bit of yolk will ruin your eggs. So you want to make sure you do that. I'm gonna get rid of these real fast. And now the recipe calls for 4, but for our purposes today, I'm actually gonna do a half recipe. And of course, you have to be very patient with your egg separation. That's why I've already separated one of them before we began, but I'm only going to do 2 eggs today for this demo, because otherwise we can speed or watch it wait. But again, clean, dry, room temperature, that makes all the difference. Now, when I was a kid, I never would have cream of tartar because I never let my mom know I was doing this. So I would always do it without cream of tartar, but cream of tartar is really, really easy. And I have some, and look, it's pre-measured in my, you know what that is, Tupperware, of course. So I got a little bit of cream of tartar, which will make it a little bit easier to go. And then I'm going to come over here and see if I can get that egg whites to come out of there. And by the way, don't let the egg yolks go to waste. Put them aside, make a little egg yolk omelet, do something with them. I don't like to waste food. When I need only egg yolks, I make meringue. When I need only egg whites, I make an omelet. So all right, here we go. Here it comes, and looking pretty good. Look at that. Again, I love a good egg separator. It was so funny because I'm like, do we have a Tupperware egg separator? And my mother-in-law brought me hers. So there you go. All right, so there you go. It looks good, and I'm gonna pour it into my whip and mix. I love my whip and mix. You've seen everybody demo the whip and mix. The whip and mix is great. It is so ridiculously easy. Now, I used to do this by hand with a whisk, but when I do this, I'm not even like, this is a real-time demo. I'm just gonna go like this, round and round and round and round and round. Now, the good news is this is barely any work. Now, if this thing thickens up, there's a second gear here, and I can actually make it go to second. But even in just these few moments, let's see how I've gotten this to go up. And look at that. It's already getting to go. Oh my goodness, it's already almost good to go. Now, the trick is you whip it. You don't want to over whip it. You want to whip it until it's time to start adding the sugar. Now, with 4 eggs, you're going to add 1 cup of sugar, because I got 2 eggs, I'm only got a half a cup of sugar, and you're going to add it nice and slowly. Now, I heard somebody else mention earlier that every time they're doing a demo that their dog rings the bell. Well, you got 1 dog, I've got 7. So if you may at any moment hear a dog ringing a bell or barking or growling or any sorts of things, because, you know, that's what dogs do when you're cooking in the kitchen. All right, so now, I think that was it. I think it's literally, look at that, stiff peaks, like real time, no delay here, real time stiff peaks. So now what I need to start doing is I need to start adding my sugar in. You want to add it a little bit at a time. You don't want to overdo this, but it really is so quick. Now, when it comes to making meringue, and by the way, it's just so fast. I mean, the funny part about this demo is it's faster than I expect, and it's getting thick. I mean, it's really, really getting thick, which is amazing. Just keep adding it in there. I'm adding it too quickly, but it's still working. Now, because it's getting so thick, I can flip it into second gear, and now it doesn't sound like it's doing anything, but trust me, it's going even faster. It's amazing how second gear works in this. And I'm gonna keep adding meringue. Now, I add the sugar to the meringue. Now, the question comes to mind is, what do you do next? Great, you eggs and sugar, and oh, I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla. What do you do next? Well, there's different ways of cooking meringue. Now, back in the day, I would do it the nice and slow way to do it. And that means I would do it in my oven at a few hundred degrees for like an hour on parchment paper. And I would slowly let them dry out, which is awesome, by the way. And they get perfectly crispy, almost no gooiness whatsoever. Or you can actually use our wonderful silicone sheets, stick them in the microwave, and do it for just like, you know, it's going to vary based on your microwave. So you want to keep checking every few seconds, every about 30 seconds or to see how sticky they are. And you always want to make sure that you let them set. You don't want to make them too big, by the way, because then they get extra gooey. But this is it. I mean, I'm going to add, look at that. Look at that. That is, now I would so want to eat that, but you can't because of the raw eggs. By the way, if you didn't know, if you really ever need raw meringue, they do actually sell, measuring cups. There we go. They do actually sell pasteurized eggs. They're a lot more money, but if you ever need to have a recipe that's going to use raw eggs, that's the eggs to use for it. So now they're nice and vanilla-y. Gonna whip it up a little bit more. So now the question is, what do I do next? Now, we're gonna do an experiment right here, right now. I'm gonna do an untried part of the recipe. Now, again, the recipe says put them on a thing, microwave thing. But I said to myself, you know, my favorite toy is, you'd think this is my favorite toy. And you think this is my favorite Tupperware toy, but my favorite Tupperware toy, by the way, before I tell you what my favorite Tupperware toy is, isn't everyone's favorite Tupperware toy modular mates? All right. Now, my real favorite Tupperware toy, the one that I use every day, everyone says they use it every day, but come on, my MicroPro grill, I literally like this. I need a second MicroPro grill so I can make multiple things at the same time. I love my MicroPro grill. And I was thinking to myself, the MicroPro grill makes things that are such crispy and clean and dry. And like, maybe I can actually do this. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to take my MicroPro grill and I am going to, in the casserole mode, not the grill mode, because I would flatten them. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to spoon out very carefully some meringue puffs onto my MicroPro grill and see exactly what happens here. By the way, I have to show you this again. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that like, that is some stiff peaks right there. So I'm going to come over here. Normally I would use like a piping bag, but I don't have time for that today. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to make some little puffs in the grill. And of course, you don't need to do anything special. That's the best part about the grill because it's already non-stick. You don't have to add anything to make sure it's going to not stick to it. And I'm going to add, I think I'm going to do 5 puffs. I think 5 puffs will be good. All right. So there you go. 5 puffs in the grill. Are you ready? How long? By the way, this would be a really good time to make sure that you don't not do the grill mode, because if I flatten them, that'd be terrible. So I'm going to stick them in the microwave. And I'm going to go for 2 minutes, which is probably 2 minutes too many, but there you go. So I am loving our work with Tupperware. It has been such a fun ride. So my wife, Jeannie, she does all the Tupperware stuff for us. I got to be honest with you. All I do is make fun videos and post them to the groups into YouTube. And she does all the work, hosting the parties and stuff. But the both of us together have so much fun. Every week it's another item. And the best part of it is I love watching everybody talk about their legacy items. You know, my stack cooker is a different color as well. You know, everyone's doing this stuff. It really is this generational thing of Tupperware, and to be in the middle of it for myself, or the beginning of it for somebody else's journey. Because you tell people, anybody who knows this, you never go, oh, remember that horrible thing I got from Tupperware? No one ever says that. They're like, I've had this for 50 years. And that's kind of the fun thing about being that part of it and then, you know, doing it. Also the pandemic, which of course has made it so that we can't do the in-person parties. I have a really big social online presence, and it's really been useful to get people to really kind of connect with each other. And it also allows me to bring strangers together in parties the way I never would, because people are really willing to do that in other sorts of ways. So anyway, we're going to wait a few more seconds to see if this pops out, because I'm dying to know if this is going to work, and I want you to see it in front of you. You should do it the proper way, of course. That is either slow bake them or microwave them. But I keep telling people that every time I use my MicroPro grill, I make things that are crispy, yummy, and good. And I keep trying, and I've got all sorts of crazy experiments we've been doing with them. And almost all of them have worked out, which has been amazing. All right, I got 25 seconds left. And let's see, what else am I supposed to tell you? Yeah, stuff is good. Yeah, MicroPro grill, I gotta be honest with you. The funny part is, before the MicroPro grill, my stack cooker I would use constantly. And actually, one of the things that I really want to find out is sort of the battle of the bacons. How many different ways can you make bacon with Tupperware? And the way I make bacon with my MicroPro grill is very different than the way I make bacon with my stack cooker. Uh-oh, let's see if it was too long. Even with 2 minutes, this is going to be hella hot. So be really, really careful. And the big reveal. Oh my God, they're cookies. They are cookies. And I bet you, yeah, they could go in for a little bit longer, but they've got that nice little coating on them. So anyway, I am going to cook them for a few more minutes, find out exactly the thing, and we'll get back to you on the best way to cook meringue cookies in the MicroPro grill. But my name's Jared, and thanks for watching.
Jared, that was awesome. I remember my grandmother making meringue, and it took way longer, and she was way less happy about doing it while she was doing it. So real quick, we want to go back to Loretta and see her food, but she said Steve had a hard time waiting, so I'm not sure there's any food left to show us. And then we're going to do the games, we're going to do the drawings, and we are going to let you guys have an amazing rest of your evening. So Loretta, what do we got?
Hey guys, I managed to save some, but Steve was hungry. So this is our gorgeous lemony asparagus pasta. And yeah, I already ate a bowl and it's delicious and very refreshing. So you're gonna love it.
That's great. Thank you so much. Okay, so if you're a host or a guest with us tonight, we've already put your name in the chat and said who you were with so that we can do the drawing for that. You've heard everybody talk about the Power Chef system and the a lot of this other stuff, the breakfast maker. Rachelle talked about that. So we just want you to know that with the spatula and everything, these things you can get them one at a time, but guys, you can get them all at once too. And we also have another option that's like a $15 option that you can do if you just want to discount or you want to start your business, but you don't want to get everything, except that you'll be really sorry because you do want to get everything. But talk to whoever brought you tonight, you know, like dance with the guy that brought you, and find out more about the kits, the business opportunity, the discount opportunity, and just find out everything you can. Now, if you do talk to that person and you decide by tonight, like after the show, or you decide by midnight tonight that you would like to try Tupperware because, you know, they keep telling me Tupperware might not be for everybody, but it sure is for everybody to try. That's how I got into this 7 years ago. I've loved it, and I just think it's great. I do think that everybody should at least give it a shot, right? So if you do that by midnight tonight with your Tupperware person, you will also get a gift from Pam and Jim, and it is just this cute little fanny pack, which people really want that can't get it now because they're already in, like some of our directors, and it is full of Tupperware swag and fun things that you will get just for starting tonight, along with some of the other gifts that Tupperware gives you, and there's just a whole bunch of things that come with that. So get the information and just go for it, right? Okay, so Amy Gardner, you have the winner of our cashew game. Who had the closest guess? How many cashews are in there, and who had the closest guess without going over?
Okay, so there are 183, and guess what? We had David with Chris who said 183. So congratulations, David, with Chris.
Good job, David. Did you get to count all of those while they were up there in the thing? So Chris, make sure we get David's address so that we can send him his gift for being on and being a good guesser. Jessica, how many hosts do we have?
We have 4 on tonight, Jenny.
Awesome. So let me get a number between 1 and 4. Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 4.
Your random number between 1 and 4
is 4. Who's number 4, Joss?
Number 4 is Rachel with Lori Morris, Rachel Clute.
Awesome. Okay, Lori, you're in charge of making sure we get Rachel. What? Oh, Rachel's address. And then we have one more guest drawing, right?
Yeah.
So how many guests do we have on?
We have 36 on.
Oh, well, okay. The odds on that one are a little less great, but Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 36.
Your random number between 1 and 36 is 14.
14. It's going to make you count, Jess.
Oh boy, let me go back. It's okay. It's Sarah with Terry Ruffino. Woohoo! Congratulations, ladies.
Awesome, guys. Okay, it's been so much fun. We hope you enjoyed yourself. We do this every 2 weeks, so this first and third Tuesday of the month. So invite your friends the next time, and you can get on as many times as you want. You're only a first-time guest first time, but you can do the random drawings all the time. And if you're hosting a party, you would always get in the host drawing. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Talk to your Tupperware lady and let her know everything you want, all the good things that you want, and ask her for the recipes because she has them and she can post them in your party or send them to you privately. Thanks a lot, guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.